guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm reviewing Wednesday. After being expelled from her last school, Wednesday Addams is sent to Nevermore Academy. There she meets fellow outcasts, and in typical Wednesday Addams fashion, she likes none of them. But there's a killer on the loose, and so she has to crack the case. And of course there's other shenanigans, but that's the basic premise. I thought this show was very well done. I really did not expect to enjoy this show. I didn't even plan on watching it at first. I've never watched any Addams Family media, so I was like, oh, I'm probably not the target audience for this, and it has Tim Burton. I was like, ooh, that kind of stuff is too much for me. No, this was very well done for someone who can't deal with any scary stuff. I was very impressed with this one. I definitely enjoyed Wednesday. She was very sarcastic and sassy, which I liked. I enjoyed Thing. Now every time my hand goes like this, I'm like, it's Thing! I liked Tyler. I know people have their own opinions about Tyler, but I liked him. I thought Enid, at first I was a little like, man, she is very preppy, you know, very, woo, everything's awesome. No, but she grew on me. She was a good character. I gotta say, the guest star I didn't like was Luis Guzman as the dad. He just didn't work, and here's how I feel. I feel that his portrayal of this character is like Kevin Hart in anything. Like, he's like always the same character, and I feel like Luis Guzman was playing himself instead of a character. I very much liked the mystery of this show. I thought it was very well done. There were just so many elements of this show that I liked. And yeah, there wasn't anything that was too spooky, too gross, anything like that. So that's my spoiler-free review, and here's the part. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it and come back. And if you have watched it, here's the spoiler review. So the reason I was saying that I liked Tyler, I just liked his character in general. I thought it was cool. And here's what I really liked about his involvement in the show. I liked how Wednesday had a normie friend. I liked how she had someone to talk to who wasn't just an outcast. I liked how she finally had a normie that accepted her and liked her. And I know, twist and everything, that he had to be the bad guy, but do you get what I mean? I just liked how she finally had a normie friend. Like, I understand, hey, outcasts sticking together, that's awesome. But, you know, there should definitely be more of that accepting. And especially, it is kind of like poetic where, you know, his dad doesn't appreciate Outcast. He doesn't accept Outcast, and he does, and it works. But instead, we don't get that. Now, who knows? Some people have been talking about maybe a redemption arc for Tyler in season 2 or later. Like, I'd be down. Also, the Hyde character design, all that stuff is so nasty. I don't like it. And not nasty and, oh, I'm so freaked out, I'm scared. It just looks bad. It looks like something from 2000 or something, you know, or earlier. It doesn't look like something made in 2022. I think another reason why I like this show so much is I tried the Addams Family from 1991. I tried that after I finished Wednesday, and I just really didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like the characters. It just didn't work for me personally. Now, I think that's one thing I liked about this show, where it's focused on Wednesday herself. That's really the focus of the show. And then you get all these other characters, and you get more of a balance, not just all the gloom, misery, whatever, typical Addams Family style, but you also get the other outcasts, you get Enid, you get all these other people that are way more cheery and normal, and I definitely appreciated that there was much more of a balance, more of a yin and yang than just Addams Family, you know? So, at least now I know Wednesday's awesome. I like that show. The Addams Family, I couldn't get into it. For me, I've always liked mystery. I was always into Nancy Drew. I used to read these books, Margaret Peterson Haddock's books, the Missing series, that had all sorts of mystery, so I'm very much a mystery kind of person. I do enjoy a mystery. In all honesty, it is kind of funny where I don't actually read or watch all that much mystery, but I definitely should because I do enjoy it. I enjoy Manifest. That's a sci-fi show, but it also has some mystery. So there's plenty of things like that where this mystery, it really worked for me and I really enjoyed it. And getting that murder mystery, it was cool to have her be a detective. Now, I don't know all that much about the Addams Family. You guys tell me, at least from what I understood about the Addams Family with no knowledge, I assumed they were more villains or anti-heroes. Are they? Are they one of the two? I'm not sure what morals they're supposed to have, but I really enjoyed this where it is like, she is persistent, she's not going to back down and shy away from finding out the truth. I really appreciated that. Now, I did not see it coming for the red-haired lady, which I still think is cool that she portrayed Wednesday in the 1991 version. But I did not expect her to be the bad guy. Eventually I figured it out before they revealed it, but I did not expect that. But I was kind of like when they were showing all the people in that one scene at that mayor's funeral, I was kind of like, she's a little too nice. But that's one of those things with a mystery. There's like, is it going to be obvious? Are they trying to misdirect us? Like, what's the sitch? You know, it's hard to tell like what the reality is going to be. But I did really appreciate that. And then when they're like figuring it out, I was like pointing at the screen. I was like, yes, there it is. It's her, it's her. I liked that. That was good. Yeah, there was just so much about the show that was so excellent. Very well done. I will have to be honest though, some of the dialogue was very cringy, very modern day slang and stuff like that, and just the way they talked was a little, you guys could have done better. But in general, I really enjoyed the show. I really loved it. Also, I have to say, with Tyler, you know what his whole twist and the reveal for him reminds me of? It reminds me of another movie that Jenna Ortega was in for 2022. The most recent Scream, where it's like, okay, obviously she's not the main character, but the main character, her relationship with that guy, and you know, it's kind of funny. They look very similar. Tyler and that guy look very similar, and both of them have a romantic relationship, but then it turns out he's actually the bad guy. Very similar, you know? So it was one of those things, and I unfortunately was already spoiled about him being the bad guy, but I was really hoping maybe he's not. And of course he was, but I was like, rats! I liked him! So I'm hoping there would be a redemption arc in the future for the show, but we're gonna have to see. I really liked what some people have already said, where he was being groomed and shaped into this beast and monster by the lady, the red-haired lady. Like, she was the one who was pulling all the strings, you know? I mean, obviously he wasn't all that repentant either, so I don't know, but I like that angle. I would like to see if they explore that in the actual show. And I was so surprised so many episodes were directed by Tim Burton. Now, I have tried a few Tim Burton things. I watched Coraline, I watched the Alice in Wonderland live action stuff. Those are the only ones I can think of, but those things gave me the creeps, especially Coraline. Oh, that was a mistake for me to watch. I was very skeptical about this show. I was like, this probably isn't gonna work for me. No, this was very well done, and I was so surprised that he directed most of them. I was expecting a lot of creepy stuff. No, this was very well done. That's what I liked about the show. It was so, I don't know if vanilla is quite the word, but it was so light. I did see on Google it's considered comedy horror. That makes a lot of sense, and yeah, I was able to deal with the show. It was no problem for me, and yeah, I'm really glad I watched it. I'm so glad I watched it. I also liked the music. I thought the music was very well done. And I think that's so cool how Jenna Ortega said she choreographed her dance scene. That was very well done. Very fitting for her. So if you watched the show and stayed for the spoilers section, awesome. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't watched the show but you decided to watch the spoiler portion, please be sure to check out the show. It is really, really good. Yeah, I really don't have any cons for this show. I was very impressed with it. I really have only positive things to say. I just really enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to like this video, comment down below any of your thoughts on the show, and please subscribe to my channel. It would really help and support me. See you guys next time. Bye!